Hi, superstars. It is time for English, and we are on Unit 1, Week 1. Let's look at our weekly concept. Let me get my pointer ready. All right, so our essential question is right here. How can we get along with new friends? So we're going to talk about making new friends at school or even anywhere you go. We're going to listen to a poem about making new friends and keeping your old friends. Because just because you're making new friends doesn't mean you can't be friends with your old friends too. So let's read this poem together. Okay, let's read the poem together. It is called Make New Friends, but Keep the Old. All right, I want you to point to each word as we read, okay? All right, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, the other is gold. A circle is round, it has no end. That's how long I will be your friend. All right, so what is this poem telling us to do? It's telling us that we should keep our old friends even if we make new friends, because one is silver and the other is gold. They're very valuable to us, the new friends and the old friends. And it says a circle is round. So a circle is round. It doesn't have an end, does it? And that is how long I will be your friend. So that means I'll be your friend forever and ever because it never ends. All right? Good job. I want you to practice reading that poem, okay? Now we're going to watch a video about friends.
Make new friends. How can we get along with new friends? There are many ways we can get along with our friends. These friends take turns when they play. Friends want everyone to have fun. Friends share with each other. These friends share supplies for an art project. Friends help each other. She helps her friend feel better when she is hurt. How do you get along with friends?
Let's look and see how friends work together.
Friends help each other make things. These friends make cookies together. Yum!
All right, look how they're working together. They're taking turns. They're being nice and polite with each other. Let's see what does it look like these friends are doing. Let's see.
Friends like to play together. These friends take turns playing on the slide.
Oh, again, they're taking turns. So they're not all running and saying, no, it's my turn. They're playing nicely together and they're letting each friend have a turn on the slide.
Friends have fun building things. These friends build a truck together.
It's always fun to have a friend to do something with, right? But when you're working together or playing together, you always want to make sure that you're kind and that you let your friend play also, not just you, so you take turns.
Friends help each other learn. These friends read a book together.
Sometimes friends help each other. So if a friend doesn't understand something and you do, it's nice to help them and to try and explain to them so they can understand things too. So having friends is very important, but treating friends nicely is important also. You are going to start learning different words and their meanings. So that is called vocabulary, and that's going to teach you what these new words mean. So these are a few words to know. This word is friend. Let's listen to the definition, and that means what the word friend means. All right, friend, let's listen.
Friend. A friend is someone you like to spend time with.
You can have fun with a friend playing with toys. So a friend is someone you like spending time with. Let's go to our next vocabulary word, and it is problem. Let's listen to what the word problem means. So a problem is, let's see if this works. All right, it's not working, so let's read it together. A problem is something that is hard to figure out. An example would be forgetting to bring your lunch to school is a problem. How could you fix the problem of a missing lunch? How would you fix that? Would you probably tell the teacher you forgot your lunch? Maybe she could call your parents. So you try to fix your problem. A problem is something that is hard to figure out, and sometimes we need help figuring out problems. All right, let's go to our next vocabulary word. It is rescue. Rescue. The firefighter helps to rescue the cat from high up in the tree. Rescue. So when you rescue people or animals, you help them get away from danger. How could you help rescue a lost pet? Rescue, to help get somebody out of danger. All right, here's our next vocabulary word, grasped. Grasped.
Grasped. The boy grasped the baseball bat.
All right, let's watch.
Grasped. If you grasped something, you held it very tightly.
All right, so when you grasp something, you hold it really tightly. The boy grasped the baseball bat. What equipment on the playground do you usually grasp? When you're sitting on the swings, do you grasp on to the rope or the chain while you're swinging? You probably do, so you won't fall off, right? You hold on tightly. Grasped. All right, let's see our next vocabulary word. It is escape. Escape. The dog was able to escape from the yard. Escape. To escape is to get out and away from someplace. Why do you think a dog may want to escape from a yard? Well, he probably sees another dog he wants to play with, Or he wants to go for a walk maybe, right? Escape. Our next vocabulary word is the. The. I can share the marbles. So these two friends are playing marbles and they're sharing them. I can share the marbles. So let's look up here. This is the word right here. This is the word the right here. Say it with me. The. I can share the marbles. So let's spell the word the. T-H-E. So I want you to write the word in the air using your pointer finger. And I want you to write the word the. T. Write the word T. H. E. Good job. Those vocabulary words I want you to go over and go over them every day so that you understand the meaning. Okay? Good job. All right. We are going to read about the way some animal friends get along. Do you think they'll get along, or do you think there will be problems? You can learn important things that are happening in a story by looking for information in the text, which are the words, and in the illustrations. The illustrations are the pictures. So illustrations or the pictures sometimes give details that are not included in the author's words. So as we're reading this, and even before when you're looking at the pictures, good readers ask themselves questions. So before and during and even after you read a story, you're asking yourselves questions that will help you understand the story. So this is What About Bear? I want you to follow along with me as we read. Now, let's look at the title over here. What about bear? Let me use a different color. What about bear? Look at this question mark. That's called a question mark. That means this title is asking a question. What about bear? It's a question. The story, What About Bear? The genre of it, remember we were talking about genre? What type of story is it? The genre is fantasy. So this story is a fantasy. The things that happen in this story were made up by the author. So some events, such as animals talking, could never happen in real life. So that's why we call it a fantasy. All right, let's listen to the story, and I want you to keep track and read along with it. So first things first, this is the title. What? That's kind of sloppy, isn't it? What about bear? The author is Susan Bloom. All right, let's start our story. All right, I want you to listen.
To my splendid friend, Ellen. What about bear? Let's play. Let's play.
Okay, we said that twice. So what does it look like Bear's doing here? He found a friend and he's asking that friend to play. Oh, it looks like they're having so much fun. Bear and Duck are playing. It looks like they're playing with puppets, right? So the picture is helping us figure out what the goose or that duck is doing, right? You can see that they're playing the game with puppets. So we can ask a new question. Why is Fox looking at Bear that way? Do you see Fox? He's over there. Let me point to him so you can see him. Fox is right here. Why do you think he's looking at Bear this way? Are they playing with him? No, they're not. All right, let's see what happens. Let's continue.
Hey, can I play?
All right, so now Fox is asking to play. So the words on this page help us answer the question we asked earlier. Remember, we said, why is Fox looking at Goose and Bear this way? So the words tell us, excuse me, that Fox is looking, he's looking hopefully at Goose and Bear because he wants to play also. All right, let's continue.
Sure. Jump right in.
Okay, so I'm wondering, will Fox like playing with Bear and Goose? What do you think? Well, one way we can find out is continue reading.
I want to play a different game.
Uh-oh. So now, how does Bear feel? And how do you know how he feels? Well, in the picture, Bear has his hands on his hips and he kind of looks unsure about the new game.
What about Bear? Bear is too big.
Uh-oh. So now, what happened? Goose said, "What about Bear?" And what did Fox say? He said, "Bear is too big to play with them." So when I read the words on this page, I always begin with the first word, what? The question mark at the end of the sentence tells me that someone is asking a question. So here's the question mark. Remember, when you see that, you know that it is a question. Someone is asking a question. That's why we call it a question mark. So Duck is asking a question to Fox. He's saying, "What about Bear? Can he join us?" And Fox answers and says, "Bear is too big." Uh-oh, does Bear look happy? He does not look happy. Let's continue reading.
I want to play a new game.
So what new game does Fox want to play? I can see a checkerboard and checkers. So I know that Fox wants to play checkers. Let's continue.
What about Bear? Bear is too grumpy.
So Goose is asking again, "What about Bear?" Well, I can see that Bear is sad. He looks kind of sad, doesn't he? So I wonder, what will Goose do to keep Bear from feeling sad? I can keep reading to find out.
I want to play another new game.
All right, which two animals are having the same feelings here? Bear and goose. How can you tell? Well, they both look unhappy and neither one is playing.
What about Bear? Bear is too far away.
What does the illustration show? Remember, the illustration is the picture. What's happening? Well, again, Goose wants Bear to play with them, but Fox doesn't. And it looks like Bear has his feelings hurt. He's walking away.
But Bear is my friend. Wait, Bear! Come back!
Okay, remember, this story is a fantasy. So the animals in this story do not act like animals in real life, do they? So what things do Bear, Goose, and Fox do that real animals wouldn't do? What do you think? Well, the first thing is they're talking. Do real animals talk? No, they don't. Do real animals play with toys? Or even games? No, real animals don't do that. So that's why, remember, the genre of this is a fantasy. All right, let's see what's happening next.
What about me?
Oh, now what happened? Well, it looks like Goose and Bear went off to play because Fox wasn't sharing with Bear. He wasn't keeping Bear involved, right? So now Fox is asking a question. What about me? Let's see what happens.
Bear is my big, old, sometimes grumpy friend. You can be our new friend.
Okay. So when I was reading earlier, I wondered what Goose would do to keep Bear from feeling sad. And now I can answer that question. Goose goes to get Bear and invites Fox to be their new friend. So Bear is Goose's old friend and Fox is Goose's new friend. So remember, just because you make a new friend, you still want to keep your old friends, correct?
So, do you want to play with us? Yes, I do.
Okay, so that was another question. So, do you want to play with us? That's a question because look at the question mark over here. And Fox answered, yes, I do.
Okay, jump right in.
Okay, what are the animals playing? It looks like they're playing jump rope. So how does this game help them solve a problem? It's a game that they can all play together, so nobody feels left out. All right, let's look at this last page over here. Right here. Oops, right here. Let me do it one more time. This page right here. So what do you see in this illustration? Goose and Fox are sitting on Bear's lap. Goose is reading a story. Bear looks and listens while Fox naps. They're all happy together. So they solved their problem and they all became friends. Good job. Okay, so if you have your workbook, it should look like this. It's Wonder's Close Reading Companion. So if you have it, go grab your Wonder's Reading Companion and you are going to open it to page 1. So this is your workbook. So you can write in this workbook. Make sure you write your name and the date on each page you're working on, because when you send it back to me, I want to see your name and the date that you did it, okay? All right, so let's read this together. It says, "What about Bear?" So this is about the story we read together, and here's the book. What about Bear? So which words help you know how Bear feels when he can't play checkers? I want you to draw some clues. So what I want you to do, if you don't remember, you can pause and you can go back in the video and listen to the story and answer which words help you know how Bear feels when he can't play checkers. So you can go back and listen, and then you're going to draw clues in this right here, in this space. Okay, you're going to draw some clues to show how Bear feels. And then down here it says Bear feels. I want you to write with the nicest handwriting how Bear feels. So you're going to write in this area, how does he feel? Does he feel happy? Does he feel sad? Does he feel mad or grumpy? So you're going to go back and you're going to listen to that story and come back here to page 1 and write Bear feels. You get to fill that out. Okay? All right, so go ahead and do that. And then we'll go on to the next page. All right, turn to page 2. All right, here's page 2. Let's read this question. How do Bear's feelings change when Goose and Fox play without him? Draw how Bear feels. So you're going to go to the part where Goose and Fox play without him. So how do Bear's feelings change when Goose and Fox play without him? So again, you're going to draw in this rectangle a picture of how Bear feels. You're going to show me if he's happy or if he's sad or if he's grumpy. Okay, down here it says Bear's feelings changed from. So how was Bear before and how is he now that Goose and Fox aren't playing with him? So how did his feelings change? So I want you to write that over here in your best handwriting. Okay? Make sure your name is on this page and the date also. All right, good job. We're on page 3 now. Remember, our weekly question is how to be a friend. So we're going to find clues. How do the friends find ways to get along? Remember, we read about these friends. You're going to circle some clues. here are some ways to get along. So you listen to each other, listen, share. You're going to share with your friends if you're playing. And number 3, you're going to play fair. Everyone's going to get a turn. So circle some clues in this picture to show ways to get along. And right down here, I want you to write the friends. Tell me what the friends are doing over here. So here are some clues. Are they sharing? Are they playing fair? Are they listening to each other? So I want you to write down here what the friends are doing. Let's look at page 4 in your workbook. And it says, look. So we're going to get clues. We have to look at our illustration or at our picture. What are the friends doing? This is a question. It has a question mark at the end, so they're asking a question. This art shows friends at a community event. Circle what they are doing. So here's a quick tip. I can look for clues in the art. So we're going to look at this art and we're going to get clues. It says, what are the friends doing? All right, look at these friends over here. Looks like they're playing and dancing. It looks like they're having a really good time. So look at this artwork and I want you to write down here, friends can. What can friends do? What can they do together? They're at a community event. That means an event where a lot of people who live in that area, they go to. And they do activities. So look at the art and get some clues. And in your best writing, you do not have to spell anything correct. You can sound your words out. But I just want you to quickly tell me, what are the friends doing? Remember, we said some are dancing, they're playing, there's balloons. So in your own words, say friends can, and you can write one word, that is fine. Just tell me what friends are doing. All right, good job, superstars. Let's go over some words that are feeling words. So words that describe how we're feeling. So let's look down here at these little boxes with the pictures in them and listen to each one of these words.
Sad.
So this little girl is sad. So would you call that a feeling word or not a feeling word?
Sad.
Would it be a feeling word or not a feeling word? What do you think? Not a feeling word? No, a feeling word. All right, good job. Let's look at this next box down here.
Run.
Run. Is run a feeling word? Would I say I feel run? No, maybe not. I could say
Sad.
I feel sad because that's telling you what my feeling is. So run,
Run.
would that be a feeling word or not a feeling word? What do you think? A feeling word or not? Not. It's not a feeling word. It's just telling us what they're doing. They're running. All right, let's look at this next one.
Desk.
Desk. Is desk a feeling word or not a feeling word? What do you think? Can you say, I feel like a desk? Would that make sense? No, it describes what it is. It's a desk. So it would be not a feeling word. All right, let's look at the last one here.
Happy.
Happy. Is that a feeling word? Would that describe how you're feeling? Or would it be a not feeling word? What do you think? Can you say, I feel happy? Yes, so it is a feeling word. So these two words,
Sad.
and
Happy.
sad and happy, are what we call feeling words. Words that are not feeling words would be
Run.
run. That's not a feeling word. That's just telling us what they're doing. And
Desk.
desk. That's just an object. Has nothing to do with feelings. Good job. We will be reading a fable right now. Now, a fable is the genre of this story. Remember, when we speak about genre, we're talking about what type of story this is. So this is a fable. A fable is a fiction story, and it usually teaches a lesson. Fiction means it was made up. It's not real. So we're going to read through this story, and I want you to think about the difference in size between this lion and the mouse. So why might this be important in this fable? You have a big, strong lion, and you have a little tiny mouse that you would think would be weak compared to the lion, right? Remember that good readers always ask questions about what's happening in a story to help understand what's going on. So you're going to try to figure out the answer to your questions by reading more, and you can read it again in order to understand it very well. So let's listen to this fable.
The Lion and the Mouse, based on a fable by Aesop. How can the lion and the mouse get along in the jungle? One afternoon, a lion was napping in the jungle. Nearby, a tiny mouse was searching the ground for food. The lion opened one eye and watched the mouse. "Well, hello, little mouse," said the lion. "You will make a tasty afternoon snack." The mouse froze in fear. She was too close to the lion's great claws to escape. "Pardon me, great King Lion," said the mouse. "I am sorry to wake you. I promise that if you do not eat me, I will help you someday." The lion roared with laughter. "How will you ever be able to help me? You are small and weak, and I am the king of the jungle." "I will show you," said the brave mouse. "If you let me go, you will see that a tiny friend can be the best friend of all." "I find that hard to believe," said the lion, "but I will let you go. You are a very lucky mouse today." And with that, the mouse hurried away.
Okay, so the lion started laughing when the little mouse said, "If you let me free, maybe I can help you whenever you need help." Because the lion thought that he's the king of the jungle and he doesn't need help from anybody. But let's continue reading so we can see what happens.
A few weeks later, the mouse was leaving her den when she heard the sound of a roaring lion. Something about the lion's roar made the mouse worry. She rushed toward the sound as fast as she could. From a safe spot behind a tree, the mouse peeked into the clearing and saw the lion who had spared her life. The lion was caught in a net. He was roaring with all his might and struggling to break free. The mouse ran into the clearing. "Great King Lion, what is the problem?" she asked. "I am caught in a trap," cried the lion. "I will never run free again." "I am your friend. Do you remember me?" said the mouse. "You spared my life, so now I will rescue you. I will help you solve your problem."
So I wonder how the mouse is going to help this big, mighty lion who thought that he would never need help from anyone or anything. So he's caught in this net. I wonder what the mouse is going to do. What do you think?
"I told you before," said the lion to the mouse. "I don't believe that a tiny creature like you could ever help me." "Just trust me and try to sit still," said the mouse. "I have a plan." The lion lay down on the ground with his big head between his paws. "I'll try anything," he said. Right away, the mouse hopped onto the net, grasped a piece of rope in her front paws, and chewed it in half. Then she chewed through another piece of rope, and another, and another. Finally, she had made a hole big enough for the lion to escape. "I'm free!" yelled the lion. He leaped into the air and reached out to the mouse for a hug. "You really are a good friend," the lion said. "You were right. We may be very different, but we can still depend on each other."
So the mouse did help the lion escape. He chewed up the net because mice have really sharp teeth. So when the lion couldn't help himself, the mouse saved him. So sometimes it doesn't matter if you're big or small, does it?
The happy lion walked out of the jungle with his new friend. He even gave the tiny mouse a ride. They talked about all of their favorite things. As they talked, they realized that they were similar in many ways. "Let's spend some more time together," said the lion. "Look, the sun is about to set. There is a hill just across the river with a pretty view of the setting sun." "I know just the hill you are talking about," said the mouse. "I like to watch the sunset from that hill too." So the lion and the mouse set off together to climb the hill. Each day after that, they met at the top of their favorite hill to watch the sunset together. Before long, they could not imagine a time when they had not been friends.
All right, so at the beginning of this story, was the lion and the mouse friends? No, they weren't. How about at the end? Yes, they became good friends and they stayed good friends, even though they're different and even though one is big and one is small and he thinks he's weak and the big one thinks he's strong. But in the end, it doesn't matter what we look like or our size. It just matters how we treat each other. So they were kind to each other. They became friends and they stayed friends. All right, superstars, until next time, I want you to have a wonderful day. Bye.